Hi, I'm Pamela Oldham. I'm a former journalist who lives in Round Rock ISD. I served on Round Rock ISD's Strategic Refresh Committee, the 2018 Round Rock ISD Citizens Bond Committee, and the CBC District-wide Subcommittee. And along with some friends of mine, I've watchdogged the district for nearly 2 years. I'm filming videos to help keep Round Rock ISD residents informed. Today, I have an urgent call to action for all residents of Round Rock ISD. We're a week away from an election on November 6th that could result in changes in the composition of the Round Rock ISD Board of Trustees, with a majority of board seats up for election this year. Voters will also decide to vote for or against the ISD's $508 million bond proposition. With the possibility of so many significant changes on the immediate horizon, I was surprised to see a public notice that the current board has called a meeting this coming Monday, October 29 at 5 p.m. They're going to conduct a performance evaluation of District Superintendent Steve Flores. Now, that's a reasonable step. The current board is certainly qualified to do that. However, citizens should also be asked to weigh in. After all, Mr. Flores and the board work for us. Also on the agenda of this meeting, which takes place just 8 days before the election and during early voting, is that the board may take possible action on a proposed amendment or amendments to the superintendent's contract. They could extend the contract beyond its current expiration date of 2021. There is also word that they could enrich the current contract's golden parachute. You know, those big payments highfalutin executives get if they leave before the end of their contract, either voluntarily or involuntarily. Would that really be in the best interests of students, teachers, and ISD residents? Lastly, the board may also take action to give the superintendent incentive and performance payments, which, according to the current contract, could potentially be tens of thousands of dollars. Why would this board even consider such a thing just before voters decide who will fill 4 seats out of 7 on the board? And what's this about incentive and performance payments? Are they actually thinking about giving him bonus money this year? You may recall that earlier this year, Superintendent Flores took full personal responsibility for a $14 million overrun on McNeil High School bond project. That took place in June of this year. And it was characterized as mismanagement by an independent auditor hired by the Board of Trustees. That was a 50% overrun. I don't know about you, but at corporations where I've worked, I would have been fired or asked to resign if I blew a project budget by 50% or $14 million. There's no way I would have received a bonus. Putting aside the issue of the current board tying the hands of the new board, why aren't citizens in the community being asked to weigh in? Why is all this business being conducted behind closed doors? Anyway, residents, parents, and taxpayers alike need to voice their opinions right now. Email board members and let them know what you think. The address is below in the comments. Tell the board how you would evaluate Superintendent Flores' performance over the last year. Tell them what you think about this business, about extending his contract and modifying it in advance of the election. If you can, come to the meeting on Monday. The address is in the comments below. Residents hardly ever show up at these meetings. It'd be good to let the board know you're interested in how your money is spent and that you're watching. Now, you won't be able to address the board or make any comments, but your presence will send a strong message. The Round Rock ISD is a governmental agency and the largest taxing authority in the area. Come to see how this Board of Trustees, the current board, thinks. 3 incumbents are running for re-election. If you haven't already voted, these nonpartisan seats have a bigger impact than many other races on the ballot on your quality of life and the cost of living that you might imagine. Thank you for listening.